What is up, mortals? Alex here. Today, as you can see by the title of the video, I will be bringing you a very special deck. A deck that saw a lot of plays, and we all love to hate. I still don't understand. I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand why everyone hated Zoo, but not to that extent. The deck was everywhere. You played against it all the time. So I guess that's why it got a little annoying. But after the ban was hit, no one played the deck. So many people tried, but they failed. A few weeks ago, my friend Steven took the deck to a regionals, and he did fairly well. He got 6th place. And I wanted to try it, even though I was still doing like pure Zoo. It wasn't doing anything. Pure Zoo does not do anything. But adding the True Draco cards, mainly Masterpiece and Diagram, made the deck so much better. And that's what I am bringing you today, a True Draco Zoo list that I've been toying around for the past week, and it's been doing fairly well. It's a lot of fun, even though a lot of the games will be grind games, which is good. Grindy games are better than like OTK Central, in my opinion. But let's stop talking and rambling and let's get to the deck. So I played 3 Thoroughblades. Thoroughblade, it's the most important zoo monster, one of the most important zoo monsters, and the only 3 of that I play. Main reason is that he lets you get the zoo monsters from your hand to the graveyard and basically cycle your hand. It lets you put a zoo monster in the graveyard for the XCs to get back like have full utility of out of Chakanine and Tiger Motor. Also, he lets you dig for hand traps. So Thoroughblade is, in my opinion, the only 3 of that you should be playing. 2 Whiptails. 3 got really cloggy, and I kept seeing it too much, so I cut it to 2. Even though it's one of the better ones, you still don't want to see too many. Mainly because we have 3 Tankies and 3 Barrage still, so having access to Whiptail it's fairly common. The 1 Rapier. It's limited. We can't really do rat for rat, but we still can do rat into something. Dump a Bunny Blast or a Ram and trigger its effect by reviving it and then destroying it with a Diagram or Barrage. So the 1 rat's still pretty good. There's a lot of cute plays that you can do with rat and Bunny Blast. Really underrated zoo monster. I remember when Zoo was at full power, people did not play this card, and I didn't understand why. The card was nuts. I always play 1 in my list. It was so good. So 1 Bunny Blast, and the last Zoo monster, 1 Ram. Ram is not as good as it used to be. I mean, yes, still really good. It floats, but in this list, Bunny Blast it's so good. It's in my opinion the best one in this list. I guess you can technically say that Rat is the best one since it can be all of them. But Bunny Blast in itself is really strong. If you have access to mid to late game, if you're looping the Bunny Blast, your opponent will not have an answer to your like mini loop plays with Bunny Blast and Rat. So that's it for the Zoo monsters. Those are 8 monsters. For one of the better engines that we can play, 3 Ball Baboons. In my opinion, one of the better ones to play in any True Draco or Zoo list. I absolutely despise this card, but it does so much for the deck. It fixes your hand. It provides level 3 monsters to make Invoker to pull a Zoo out of the deck without even normal summoning. So it's really strong. One of the better cards again for the deck. For the last monsters that we'll be summoning to Mr. P. This dude is nuts, as we all know. I'm surprised still limited. It should just be banned in my opinion. But whatever. A few days ago I went to a case tournament and my friend was playing pure True Draco on a field of Spiral Magicians and other things, and he just did so well. Because he would just stake a Masterpiece and their opponents wouldn't know how to deal with it. So strong. Just 2 of, 3 too cloggy, and 1 is not an option since we are playing Desires. For the hand traps, 3 Ghost Overs. It's good against Spirals. It's good against a lot of rogue matches. It doesn't do anything against Trickstars, and it doesn't really do much against Magicians. But we side him out in those matchups. For the better hand trap, 3 Ash. Ash is just good in like overall. It's good against rogues. It's good against the meta. When you're trying to go off and your opponent max sees you, you can Ash it. Or when they try to search, or everyone's using Gamma right now, like Cypher and Gear Gamma, so you can have a way to like stop your crucial effects from resolving if you have Ash. So Ash is an all-star, so good. I tell my friends that Ash is the banless because Konami usually hits consistency cards or cards that would summon from the deck, so Ash stops those, so therefore she's the banless. And for the last card, as we all know, God card Maxi. No need to explain this card, should be banned in my opinion. But that's it. Monsters, there's quite a few monsters. I don't want to really count because I might fuck it up. For the spells, the best spell in their deck, Zodiac Barrage. Don't understand why we still have this at 3. That's nuts. So good. If you open with this card and like a Bubble Moon, you probably win the game. So strong. For a way to like start our engine, if we open with this card, next card, and Diagram, we probably win the game as well. Do you have a lot of two card combos in the deck that involve winning the game, or like that makes you win the game in the long run? 3 Tenkeys. It's a continuous spell. It's a bullet for Masterpiece. It searches for one of the zoo monsters that you need at that time. Also can be tribute fodder for Masterpiece. So this card is just nuts in this deck. So good. Again, another card though. I don't know why it's at 3 still. Rhoda's at 1, but Tenki's at 3. Yet another card that shouldn't be legal in the game. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was a terrible accent. But yeah, 3 Diagrams. Probably the second best field spell in the game. So strong. Sets up so many ridiculous plays in the deck. Surprise still at 3, honestly. I wouldn't mind seeing it at 1, but then even at 1 would be really sacky. So for 3 of those, 3 Terraformings, because I'm allowed to play 3 Terraformings, so I'm going to play 3 Terraformings. If you have one of these, like if you open one of these cards in your opening hand, you're going to be good to go all game. So strong. So 6 field spells, 2 Pot of Desires, if I can get them. 2 Pot of Desires. I mean, nothing much to say about this. Like, you just have to dig for like more combo pieces. Yeah, if you banish Masterpiece, I usually banish my Masterpieces, and it sucks. But you can grind out with the zoo stuff. So 2 is fine. 3, I don't like 3. I don't think I've ever played 3. I like 1, but in this deck, since it's been crippled to death, 2 is fine. For the Magician matchup, I am doing 2 Cosmic Cyclones because playing against Time Pendulum Graph is not fun, and I don't want to auto-lose to that deck, or auto-lose to like Anti-Spell if someone's main decking it, or like some retarded like Floodgate decks. Or if my opponent has the one backer that might be a Solemn, I can just like hit it and like proceed to do my combos. So 2 of those. The third one's in a side deck. Raigeki for breaking boards, going second. I never win dire rolls, so I'm forced to play Raigeki in most of my decks. Again, it facilitates the going second. Going second plays, I guess. Even if you're going first, having it in your hand is not bad because your opponent will find a way to break your board. Just because a lot of decks nowadays can do that. So the 1 Raigeki, and for the last 2 spells, 1 Heritage and 1 Disciples. Basically a way to gain additional tribute summon for Masterpiece. And the reason why I'm playing this ratio is that we don't want to draw multiples of these. We never want to draw any of these, honestly. I guess drawing this and Masterpiece is not bad. And this is, I guess, because you can tribute the Masterpiece and then draw 2 cards, if anything. It's really good if they answer the Masterpiece, of course. There's a lot of reasonings why you shouldn't play more of these, but I think 1-1 is just fine. Banishing them with Desire sucks, but whatever. 1 Apocalypse, it's having the attack of a monster is actually really crucial at times. Comes up not all the time, but it does. And we just want a way to summon a Masterpiece under a turn mainly, and blowing up a monster for free, it's pretty good. And for the last card in the main deck, the 41st card was Zodiac Combo. I was playing the deck without it, and I found myself missing this card so often, so I decided to add it in. At worst, it can just be an extra material for a zoo monster, and at best is a +1 from the graveyard by recycling your resources, and your opponent will probably have a way to come back from that, which is really good. That's 41 cards in the main deck, by the way. Like I stated, combo is my 41st. For the extra deck, we play 15. We play 10 Zoo Xyz. My favorite, in my opinion, one of the better ones, Tiger Motor. She makes herself or any of your guys bigger by attaching exactly what you need from the graveyard. And that is why Thoroughblade is so strong, because of these two Xyz. You want to be able to have access to any material you want ASAP. That's why Thoroughblade and Rat are so good, because it works. They basically go hand in hand with these two. So 3 of these of each. Chakanai is one of the probably the best one in my opinion, since it can revive material fodder, tribute fodder from Masterpiece or Diagram. So strong. The card is nuts. 2 Borbo. I sort of want to do 3 because comes up at times. Attacking directly, it's actually pretty cool. But it doesn't come up enough for me to justify me playing a 3rd. Same with Hammer Kong. Hammer Kong is amazing. To be honest, I think I should be playing 3 of each Zoo just because I want to have access to more. But I don't know how that goes. I mean, I still have combos, so I guess it's fine. And I still want to play more cards in my extra deck. So just 10 Zoo. For the rank 3s, I played 2. MX Saver Invoker, no brainer. If you resolve Baboon and Diagram, you probably win the game. So good. Especially if you have a Zoo card in hand, you can just summon Thoroughblade and cycle another card. So you dug for, like, let's see, two Baboons, the Masterpiece, Thoroughblade. So that's 5 cards that you got out of the deck and draw a card. So you're probably gonna hit one of the hand traps. 1 Break Sword comes up now and then to help you break boards. It's pretty good. I guess doing this, Break Sword popping this, popping a monster, and then effect popping a card, and then you can go effect to draw a card. If you zero Saki enough, you can tribute 2 for Masterpiece, and then shuffle all 3 and do things. Pretty good card, pretty good combos. Break Sword is good card. I don't see it play as much, but I guess not a lot of decks can make rank 3s. For the Link monsters, I only played 2 Mrs. Radiant. I think 1 would be good, but I mean, I haven't played with the deck enough to tell if I should play more links or less links. I definitely know that I am going to play another Borbo, because a lot of the times I find myself wanting to attack for game. So maybe a 3rd Borbo is correct. And for the last card, 1 Omega. The reason why I'm playing Omega is because in my side deck I have Cherries, and I will be playing Cypher Gear Gamma soon. So I guess I just keep that in there just in case if I decide to play the Gammas. But that's it. That's my take on the True Draco Zoo for this format. It is a lot of fun. I know we all hate it, but if you have nothing to play, if you hate this format, give Zoo a chance. Just pick up the Zoo cards. They're very cheap, and go to town. You'll enjoy it. Trust me. Anyways, thank you for watching. Check out my channel for more videos. If you guys have any questions or any comments, of course, post them down below, and I will answer them as soon as possible. Once again, thank you for watching. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.